right, well, thank you so much for inviting us, everybody. And can you read that real quick? Awesome. I am also a local from Patterson, and I'm super proud to be able to bring this program to the kids at Royal Elementary. It has been the best, probably what, 6 weeks? 6 weeks now?
6 weeks, yes.
So I'm gonna let Miss Wright start, because she's the one that got me there, so Miss
All right, how y'all doing this evening? So my name is Miss Wright, so I work with Ms. Daphne as the robotics program. So basically what the kids do, they learn how to make robots, and we have like different robots battles and bites, and I think this is a good program for the kids, and they like it, just to see them come in and be excited and say, oh, but what we're making today, oh, well, we're gonna build a robot, we're gonna actually make it move. And they're like, wow, you know, like, oh, this is so cool, which is good, because they're opening up their mind and they're trying to use those critical thinking skills. What, how can we do this? How can we make it? What connects to what to build? Oh, well, how do we make it go? So I think it's real fun to see them open, and they're excited. They're stopping me down the hall and they're like, oh, well, what are we gonna build today? So the last thing we just built was the headless horseman, and they learned how to move it to different stations, and each station that they moved it to, they trick-or-treated, they got candy and little gift bags. So I thought that was so amazing for them to be like, oh, we can actually move it, and it moves and it goes, and for them to get exposed to this at a young age, I think it's very, very good, because you got to think they're actually using their critical thinking skills, not to be used inside of school, also outside of school. Well, let me introduce it like science. Science is like a why, right? You got to question everything. Well, why is it cold? Or why do I get sleepy when I eat too much? Or why do I get so hyper when I eat candy? So I think this program actually did them really good justice, because just to see them light up and to just be happy. And I have a few robots the kid actually builds in class. So I guess since student council is up here, and we also have, oh, Johnny.
So we actually have some guys who will join us from the robotics program tonight.
Come on, robotics kids, come on down.
And I'm gonna let them introduce themselves. Right. So
They're on the right frequency. What's the frequency mean?
The level where we're supposed to connect to the controller.
Correct. So how many frequencies on there?
4.
Absolutely.
Look at y'all, yes.
My name is Jesus Mendez, and I'm in 5th grade. My name is Johnny Garcia, and I'm in 4th.
Awesome.
So one of the things that's really, really good about this program is that these kids have a contract before they even get their kit. The kids are labeled with a shape, and they're assigned to that for the full semester. But what's really important is they're learning to collaborate and be team players on the robotics team. So each of them have a different role, and they have to every week negotiate before they start. Which is your favorite role? The builder. And it's everybody's favorite role. And that's why we actually rotate, because actually the builder and the cross-checker get to work with each other. But what's important about the cross-checker? Johnny, you know?
That the cross-checker has to get the parts.
He gets the parts, but what does he get to do first?
Driving.
Yes.
That's the part that they love.
So this is on, they have a contract, and the cross-checker is also the one that has to go ahead and bring in their kit, because they need to be responsible for what it looks like. So they have a little guide that tells them where all the parts are. And I brought a kit so you guys can see how intense it can be for these kids, because they need to know these parts. For the first 5 weeks, they are introduced to these. The bottom has the bigger parts in it, and the smaller compartment has the smaller parts in it. But if they don't know how to measure an axle or a beam, they're gonna have an issue, because it's not gonna work. But I challenged the board today, because on their information is a bag. And you're gonna have to make a duck. We want you to make a duck out of the pieces that you have, and we're gonna let the kids judge who made the best duck.